Hi guys, welcome back. This is Tarun again, back with another fitness video. So in the last couple of videos I've talked about why things you can do which will not, probably you would not need a trainer, I've talked about muscle building foods. My job here is to equip you with the tools so that you avoid any kind of dependency on anyone. So in my previous video I talked about why you would not need a trainer when you can create your own training plan. In this video, I'll tell you how to create your own diet plan. So you really don't have to go to all the nutritionists, you really don't have to go to any of the dietitians to tell me what is the right diet for me and stuff. I'm going to be sharing basic thumb rules with you and some food items which you must have in your diet plan. So what exactly are those guidelines and what exactly are those food items that I'm talking about? Let's talk about the guidelines first. So number one guideline, guys. So let's start with breakfast. Now you already know this, you must have heard from probably many of people that when you wake up in the morning you have to eat like a king, right? Because it's called breaking fast, breakfast. You are actually breaking your fast. So there are no guidelines for your breakfast. If you really want a healthier breakfast, that depends what time do you work out. If you work out in the morning, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach or whatever, then you can probably, even if you don't work out in the morning, the ideal breakfast of champions is oats in water. If you really have a sweet tooth, you can put some stevia, sugar-free, whatever, as per your taste buds, and some egg whites. If you're a vegetarian, then you can probably go for a vegetarian whey protein with it, because you got to have a combination of both carbs and protein plus some fats. For fats, you can throw some almonds there, 8 to 10 soaked almonds, which you probably can do overnight. An ideal breakfast for you, and you can probably swap it on days when you don't want to have it. You can probably have some poha, you can have some but if you were to ask me, the best breakfast is actually oats. Amazing. It's so low on sodium that you would not even have to worry about water retention. I'm talking about that because I have a tendency to put on a lot of water on my body, so that's why it works for even endomorphs. And you can imagine what it will do on people who are skinnier, people who already are blessed like mesomorphs. So that's guideline number one, that you can eat pretty much anything breakfast. If you have a sweet tooth, you can also have that. You can have some sweets if you want to, because you have the whole day to kind of run and kind of burn those foods off, or burn those food items. What is the second guideline? The second guideline is, guys, you have to, if your goal is to minimize body fat, you really have to watch your carb intake. I've told you this in the past, and remember that 1, 2, 3 rule. If you work out in the evening, what you may want to do is about an hour or two, then your lunch, probably from breakfast to lunch. Now from lunch you can actually eat some things like dals. You can eat things like a salad full of spinach and stuff like that. And for dinner, it's got to be high protein. That's understated, and you probably know that you got to have meat in the night, because you really don't need that much of energy to burn. Now I'm going to be talking with, these are the only 2-3 guidelines that you actually really need to know, but now I'm going to be talking about certain food items that your diet plan should have, starting with salads. It's something that even if you're a vegetarian or non-vegetarian, whatever may be your goal, to pack on muscle, to lose fat, this is something you've got to add in your diet. It's called tomatoes, guys. They're sweet, which means it takes care of your sweet tooth, plus it also makes you feel fuller for a longer period of time, and they're ideal for your salads. If you are coming back to another food item that you must have from tomatoes are your fruits. And what are the fruits that I'm talking about? I'm talking about oranges, I'm talking about apples. These are the things that you got to have. Remember, all these fruits that you got to have before 6 p.m. But if you work out at 7, then you can probably have it, because chances of you burning that fructose, that sugar, are also very high, because you will work out and sweat it out. You can have that. Number 3, oats. I've already talked about it. Number 4, sweet potato, guys. I don't know, some of you are afraid to take carbs, but there's a time to have carbs. I've talked about, even if your goal is to minimize body fat, the best time to have carbs for people who want to lose fat is before workout. And what kind of carbs? Complex carbs, which is the best complex carbs, guys. I'm telling you, forget rice, forget brown rice, it's already there. But if you really want to maximize your pump, you really want to maximize results, you got to have sweet potato. It's amazing. It not only tastes sweet, or you can also have a boiled potato. You can boil sweet potato or boiled potato, up to you. you'll be surprised the kind of insane pump you're going to get, before that. After your post-workout, you can also have another sweet potato or a boiled potato, just to kind of fill your glycogen levels. It's amazing. That's the only carb window that you should utilize, before your workout and after your workout. Now let's talk about some fats. The fats you can use, I've talked about it: olive oil, flaxseed oil, nuts, avocados, almonds. You got to stack your fridge, or you got to stack dry fruits like this in your kitchen. The other thing, for vegetarian friends of mine, because it's important for you to also pack on a lot of high protein food. Beans, you can also look at it, right from kidney beans. You can get it from any of the supermarket. Green beans, that you can get it, again, very, very high. I know some of the vegetarian folks I've seen, but they only take eggs, so probably egg whites is another of your best bet that you can add. You can the non-vegetarian options are plenty, from chicken breast to fish to salmon. You already know, you got to have this in your fridge. I'm going to talk about dals, lentils, spinach, asparagus, olive oil, peanut butter. These are some of the things that you got to have in your kitchen, guys. These are the things that you can eat. Like, for example, if you are hungry in the middle of the night, you've been partying, you don't know what to do, what to eat, the best thing for you to do right now is take some broccoli, take some asparagus, take some olive oil, and take some cucumbers, tomatoes. Just mix up a salad, toss up a salad, and have it. You don't have to worry about calories. Obviously, if you're not counting your macros, you don't have to get down to that level yet, because that takes time for you to measure. But this is, whenever in doubt, guys, whenever in doubt, just cook up a salad for yourself. If you want to add some things to it, probably you can add some egg whites, 2 to 3 egg whites, or you can add some chicken breast. Whenever in doubt, have that. You really don't have to look into your fridge, what's there, what's not there, what do I do. These are, your 12 o'clock friends or 2 o'clock friends. Another thing that you can do, if you're hungry in the night, or you're hungry, let's say you're on the go in the afternoon, you have to attend office meetings, you really probably don't have too many options to eat. What you can do is, you can go to any of those coffee shops, because chances are, if you have your whey protein, it's even better, because if you are going to the gym in the evening, so you would have your whey protein shake with your whey protein powder. So you can go to one of the coffee shops. They usually have cold coffees, and they usually have smoothies. What you can do is, you can have a regular smoothie, probably a pea smoothie or orange apple, and just add 1 scoop of protein powder there. Boom, on the go high protein drink, guys. So we constantly have to think through about these things, so that you not only get to your diet plan with ease, but you also meet your daily protein and diet requirement through these measures, guys. Because remember, at the end of the day, you are the one who's responsible for your diet. You're the one who's responsible, for your results. And remember, meal prep is something I've talked about in almost all of my videos. If you still can't do it, these are some of the options that I'm giving you. So I'm going to again summarize the food items for your kitchen. Number 1, tomatoes. Number 2, oranges, apples, which are fruits. Number 3, oats, sweet potatoes, nuts, beans, egg whites, chicken breast, dal, lentils, spinach, asparagus, olive oil, and peanut butter, guys. Whenever in doubt, these are the things you can have. And remember, for workouts, the best time for you to have your carbs is before your workout and after your workout. After that, if you are an ectomorph, then only you can add more carb. But if you're an endomorph like me, avoid carbs. If you're a mesomorph, you can, again, as per your macros requirement, as per your taste, you can actually add carbs into your diet plan. So guys, I hope this helps you with creating your own diet plan. These are some of the 15-20 items that you can actually have in your diet plan. There's nothing else to it. Even a dietitian will give you the same diet plan, and nutritionist will also tell you the things that I've just shared with you. So I hope you imbibe this into your plan to get the maximum results, not only out of your training but your diet as well now. So any one of you have any questions around this, feel free to reach out to me either on my Facebook, YouTube, or on my Instagram, and I'll be very happy to help you with your diet. So until we meet again, peace